welcome back to the second part of the winter anime previews. I have Matt here with me, and this is the second video. If you didn't get that by me saying this is the second part, so if you haven't seen the first part, go back and watch it. Next is Kuroko no Basket 3.
Oh, this one's got some popular freaking hype behind it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the third season. There's not a whole lot to say about it, and if you know the show, then you already know about it.
The
I haven't.
basketball anime. I mean, it's
Yeah.
sports anime. It's pretty. For a sports anime, it's not that bad. Like
The thing,
entertaining.
I haven't seen it, but the thing that always makes me laugh about this show is the fact that it's a basketball anime, but they still consider it a shonen anime.
Well, um, it's kind of like they have powers in a sense. Like they have the zone, which is kind of like a Super Saiyan mode or something like that. And there's some characters that, like the blue hair character, I can't remember the name because I don't watch this that much. But he has like he has no presence on the field, so he can easily get through and do have like openings and pass the ball to people, and the other team wouldn't even suspect it. There's one character that can do, and let me quote this, a full on court shot. So from full court shot, I
What?
mean, there's like NBA players can't even do that. So
Yeah.
that's where it comes from, I'm
So what
guessing.
this is it's like military tactics on a basketball court.
Well, more like super powers.
Superpowers on a basketball court.
Yeah, because if anyone's watching the NBA, you know a full court shot is rare.
Yeah. So I give this sushi just
I
because
give it soy sauce and wasabi
I
just
know it's
because
popular, but at the same time, I know there are people who also don't like sports anime. Next is Rolling Girls, and this is made by Wit Studio. They've done actually this is the studio that was the base studio for Attack on Titan,
not the other one.
not the other one.
I mean, production IG. I mean, what is this one even about?
Okay, it's kind of like an offshoot of IG.
So what? They just gave up and just gave it to someone else.
Like it's headquartered in Japan with Production IG producer George Wada as president. So there's a IG producer who's the president of WIT. They have another producer of IG as a director of the this is the one that did Attack on Titan.
Okay.
So it just kind of it's an offshoot of IG.
So yeah. Okay. What's it about? Is it like
Basically,
warring states
from
or
what I could
something?
tell, it's like there was a huge war, and each like state of Japan has split up into actual like, independent nations. So think like Sengoku times almost, but it's like modern, and each one has like a mob boss called a Mosa. Each nation is ruled by a prophet called a Mosa, and then they have mobs in each one that they fight each other to take over other countries. And the fighting, like you can watch it in the PV. It's like fighting, but like colorful, sparkly, girly fighting.
Oh my God.
Like somebody punches somebody into the air, and there's like an explosion of pink sparkle. Like that's essentially what it looks like. It's like
Oh,
girly.
that'd be awesome.
It's like girly shonen, like
Dude,
girled up shonen.
I will die happy if I could do that to someone.
It's
Shoryuken,
the
ping!
character, like there's the main characters. There's four of them, and they're like ordered by their mob leader to go around Japan to like look at other battles or to mediate them or something to make sure, I don't know, something.
I think it
They're
looks
like teenage
interesting.
girls. I don't know what they would do. So I would say sushi just
I would say
because
sushi just
it
because I want to see
looks,
the fight scenes.
if anything, it's like super freaking colorful. So it's not gonna be boring to look at. I mean, if the story's crap and the characters are crap, you could always just like watch it with muted.
Watch it muted.
Watch it muted and just
Just
like
go to the
watch.
fight scenes, you know,
Yeah,
like Black Rock Shooter. Just move to the fight scenes and watch it.
and you could just watch it without sound and input your own dubbing. That'd be fun. Dub it yourself. Make
It'd
your
be
own
good for
plot.
AMVs. It'd be good for AMVs.
Yeah.
AMV material, I think.
All right. Next is Sainai Heroine no Sodate Kata,
I ain't taking no heroin.
and it's by A1.
That's
Basically,
cliche as
the
fuck.
best way to sum this up is Otaku Guy has relationship issues. that's the plot.
I
Um,
come well, there's like the he befriends a half foreign childhood friend. I mean, come on,
and it's
that's
like
cliche as hell.
basically he just has problems when it comes to dealing with girls, which is basically
Every otaku pandering show ever.
pretty much. I forget what that show. Oh, that's like freaking Chaos Head without the screwed upness.
You didn't like Chaos Head?
I don't think it's like that where it's like you're not going to be able to follow anything and you're not going to be able to find plot or just about anything relevant in the show. But it's like I think it's like the same type of character that
I
the main
think this
character.
is just cliche. By the way, 5 points to the ding encounter. Just go read it, and you'll see how cliche this is. I mean, he bumps into a girl that's the most beautiful girl he's ever seen. So that's one childhood friend. That's another, and a cold, composed, renowned literary genius. So literally, the like the most out of his league girls are freaking try. That's the love triangle. I mean,
Yep.
it's incredibly cute, cliche, and I wouldn't watch this. I'm giving this instant ramen.
Yeah, I'd say instant ramen on that one as well. Next one is Seiken Tsukai no World Break.
Oh, by the way, this studio also is going to make the D anime, the big D.
Ah, yeah, Diomedia again. They're making three this season. That's a lot.
Oh, no wonder. They're all
Weird.
piss poor.
If anything, out of the three, this one probably looks the most interesting.
Oh, I
So
don't know. The D anime is pretty interesting, Tim.
you gave that rotten fish.
I know.
It's
A rotten fish that I'll
basically
put my D in.
it's in a world where people can they're youths called saviors, where they awaken memories from past lives of people, and they split them into two groups. One of them can use with weapons and techniques from their. It says weapons and techniques gleaned from the piranha powers from their own bodies, which I have no idea what the heck that means. And then the other ones are like magic
It's
wielders.
hand waving right there, Parad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's something we study very, very heavily in the medical labs science, Tim. Like this is of concern. This is the cure to cancer, right?
And it's kind of cliche. I'm adding a ding to that counter myself. But it's like
Hey, you
there's
can't touch my
there's
ding counter.
I'm
You do not
totally
touch my
touching
ding
the ding
counter.
counter. I'm
You do
doing
not
it.
touch my ding
Cliche
counter.
counter. It's the
I
cliche
am
counter.
Wasabi, and you do not touch Wasabi man's ding counter.
It's the cliched. There's this type of power in the world,
I
and
remove
then
your one and add one.
fine. um, it's the cliched main character has either a special type of power, and in this case, there's the two types of powers, and the main character gets both of them.
Oh my gosh, it reminds me of Magical Warfare.
I didn't see it.
That one was so cliche. Like it's pretty much the same thing. He gets his magical power that he only has because it's stupid plot point. Yeah, I'm giving this one instant ramen.
I'm giving this one actually my mega potato.
What?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
one's giving you a mega potato.
yeah.
You know, we had one that was Rolling Girls. That one's pretty weird. We had one that had the Virgin Magic, and we had one with the gosh dang male shoujo Sailor Moony thingy. And you give that one the mega potato?
Honestly, only it's because that type of show that I somewhat enjoy, and it's just kind of like
You give
it
that one the
doesn't
mega
look
potato.
good. It shouldn't be good. It's very cliched, but when it comes to the I don't know the basic premise, I think it'll
Oh,
be
you know what? You know, whatever. You know, Virgin Magic and the colorful Gurren Lagann fights with the higher end of the color spectrum. Yeah, you know that one deserves the mega potato. Yeah, cool. Shove that mega potato on my Virgin at freaking magic.
fine.
Anyway,
Editing,
next on our list is Sengoku
editing.
Muso.
Fine. I give it sushi, and I give Rolling Girls my mega potato.
You know what? Oh, okay. I see
I'll
how
just
that
edit
works.
it.
Okay.
Edit it.
Like you just gotta let other people like change your ideas. I see how this is.
No, I get what you're saying actually, because I totally forgot basically what the Mega Potato was about.
Oh, you do not go look up the Mega Potato.
Shut up. I know I'm envisioning it. And I'm
Fries as
gaining
big as your face.
calories up the butt. All right.
Anyway, next on our list is Sengoku Muso.
This one is like
This looks exactly
it
like
looks like Sengoku Basara.
Yeah.
And I actually looked into this more, and it is like Sengoku Basara. It's based off a video game, and they have multiple games for this series apparently.
Actually, now that you say it, yeah, I've seen that title before. What was
It's
on?
based off a video game. It's like the same type of game from what I can tell.
Like Dynasty Warriors kind
Yeah,
of
it's
type?
like a Dynasty Warriors thing, except instead of like Sengoku Basara, where everyone has powers from nowhere, this one is just like normal. And it's basically like this one seems more like a Dynasty Warriors clone than Sengoku Basara does, simply because it doesn't have superpowers.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from there.
So, if anything, from what I can tell, it's another show that's gonna try and stay as close to the basic history as you can, especially when basing it off a video game. The main character is Sanada Yukimura. If you want,
Wait, I'm trying to know if Sengoku. Oh yeah. So Sengoku Muso is known in America as Samurai Warriors, and that is the Sengoku version of Dynasty Warriors. Of like the same company makes it.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Boy
That makes
makes
sense
it,
then.
and it's called Samurai Warriors or Sengoku Muso, and that's their Japanese version of the whole Sengoku
Okay,
era.
that makes a crap ton of sense then.
So I don't know about. I like the games. I mean, it's kind of hard to mess up Dynasty Warriors anymore. Like,
Yeah.
they perfected that.
Heck, Legend of Zelda did Dynasty
Dude, I
Warriors.
still want to play that. So
I played it. My friend brought it over. It was okay. And I mean, because I was replaying stuff he already beat, it wasn't that exciting to me. But I do like that style of play. So,
I mean,
if
it's
you
kind
like,
of amusing just to beat dudes up. But that's the game anyway.
and if you like the game, and if you like the historical anime, go watch it. At the very least, it's not another Nobunaga anime because we've had a million of those lately.
Sushi.
I give it sushi.
Sushi for me.
Next one is Shinmai Mao no
God.
Keiyakusha.
I forgot about this one.
And yeah, what to say about this one?
The ding counter should like go up by 10 right now.
Okay, we'll do that. And it's a kid whose dad brings him stepsisters because he gets remarried or something.
There's a
Which,
panty shot
that's
on
fine.
the first Gosh Day cover photo.
Yeah. But then it finds out that the two stepsisters are like a demon lord and a succubus, and
Of
then
course.
she gets into some contract with one of them, and there's lots of ecchi. They literally describe it as being hit with ecchi situation one after another. So it seems like they're just going ecchi hardcore, and it's going to be that the whole show, while trying to throw action into it.
Okay, hold up. There's a point in here where he's I think either the demon lord or the succubus messed up a contract, so she's the servant and the guy is the master. How do you mess that up? You would think that go like you would double check something like that.
Regardless of that fact, I feel like that'll make the ecchi scenes worse.
Oh gosh, yeah, now that you're saying it. Oh god.
Yeah.
See, okay.
Do you need the eye bleach later?
My gosh, eye bleach. This is just bad. Like, why do we still make things like this?
Because otaku culture.
Like, I'm one of those people that do not like Moe at
I
all.
don't like it either.
Like, okay, in the Haruhi years, it was fine because it kind of went off that and just made fun of it. But
Now it's like,
it's a staple.
yeah.
Please stop it.
So, that's that's actually my rotten fish. That right there.
The D anime still kills me. I
Yeah.
can't just because they say D every single time they can. Someone did that on purpose.
That's my rotten fish. Don't watch this show. It looks
I give it
horrible.
instant ramen.
All right. Next is Shonen Hollywood, Holly Stage for 50, which is it's the second
is this?
season of this show, and
It's music, shoujo, slice of life.
which
You know, these
It's
guys
like-
look like the guys from the magical guy anime. Now that I look at it.
basically it's it's the second season, and the first season is like it's at a theater, and then it's this idol group of guys who work on their talents.
Yeah, and their secret job in the back is to be magical show. Show.
Apparently, because they're all the same people. I don't know.
Are they really? Well,
Um,
they kind of look like it. They really do. Like, you look at it.
it's made by Zexishisu.
Oh, look, Dio Media is also making that shonen
Yeah, we're
magic.
not talking about that.
I know, but it
Literally,
gets.
this animation company has done like nothing relevant ever. It's all like weird crap that doesn't make sense at all. It just the history doesn't look good.
Wait, is this?
They made chrome shelled Regios,
I have
which
no idea what that
I
is.
haven't seen it, but I've heard okay things about it. But other than that, it doesn't have much going for it. So if you saw the first season and you enjoyed it, go watch it. If not, I don't think it'll be that great. So I'm definitely going instant ramen on this one.
So this, I just looking at this and it talking about music, and it reminds me that of the whole anime craze with idol groups, and this might be the first guy one I've seen. So I still
I
give it instant
don't
ramen,
think
but
it's the first guy one I've seen. I think I might have seen one a couple seasons ago. I don't remember.
I still think this is instant ramen.
Yep, instant ramen. All right, next is Sokyu no Fafner, Dead
Oh,
Aggressor Exodus.
hold up, hold up. That main character looks way too familiar. I swear I've seen this before. It looks like Atherin Zala or Zula or Zala from freaking Gundam Seed.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Way too much. I mean, it's made by the same people, I'm pretty sure.
Well, no,
No,
because
no, it's
it's
not.
it's made by this. I think it's made by the same character design, or the guy who does the character design.
They've done some things that have been okay. They did Tokyo ESP and Argivolin last year, which both of those were very much to not good at all. This is the same company that did DN Angel and Shaman King, though.
Well,
So I'll give him
those were
that.
okay,
Other than that, they have nothing that's really.
other than the character art. I mean, the guy who did the designs for the Seed Gundam Seed really that kind of broke the old style from the new style. Like a lot of Gundam fans know that during the Gundam Seed era, that's when the mech designs became started to look. I don't know if he did the mech designs, but I just know that that was the year mechs started to look more sleeker
Mhm.
and some people say sexier.
Now, I'm not saying this one looks bad because it looks okay. This is actually the third season in the show. There's two other seasons before this. The weird thing about it, though, is that the animation probably isn't very consistent solely because each season was made like 5 or 6 years apart. The first season came out back in '04, so it's been a while since they've been doing this show, and the last season came out 4 years ago, and the first season came out 6 years before that. So it's been quite some time.
Yeah, I was looking at it and it looked pretty dated.
Honestly, if it takes you that long to make another season of a show, I don't know why you would do it unless you're just really running out of material as an animation company and you have to go to something. So
Or may well, I would say Gundam does it a lot, but
yeah, but at least Gundam's all like separate stories. I'm pretty sure these are all connected.
yeah, well, it's the first Universal Century of Gundam was all connected for that whole 1990s or 1979 to about 19, I think 93 when Wing or not Wing, Gene Gundam came out. Those were all Universal Century.
Yeah, but did they make them like 4 or 5 years apart?
Well, the main series, yeah, some of them.
Yeah, I mean that was made back in what, '79.
But the OVAs were
Mm-hmm.
like in between those, so I wouldn't say that they were completely that far apart. I remember there was a big jump between Double Z and G Gundam, like at least a good maybe 10 years. But they
Mm-hmm.
had double A, I mean not double A, Turn A, V, X. No, not X, sorry. But
I'm not gonna condemn this anime right off because the plot looked interesting enough, and who knows if the animation has gotten good in the years that they've been doing it. So I'm gonna go with sushi.
I might go just because I'm a mech fan, soy sauce and wasabi, but I also put my standards on mechs much higher for like like I put I since I like mechs so much and I've been watching them so much, they have a higher standard to meet up to because of a lot of good mech shows I've seen, like Gundam Unicorn and what do you, the MS-8 team was like that's where I try to rate them. So I may say soy sauce on the wasabi, but this may end up to me as a gosh dang instant ramen for
Okay.
me. But yeah, this one I'm hoping just because it's a Gundam Seed designer.
Okay, next one is Tante Opera Milky Holmes TD. Why the heck? That doesn't
Hell
even
yeah,
sound.
hell yeah.
It's made by JC Staff, and these are the same people who made things like Slayers, Golden Time. What
I don't know,
else?
Shauna, Little
Yeah,
Busters.
Shauna, I think, is probably the best one out of all those. It's about magical girl detectives.
Oh gosh.
And I don't mean like
And
magical.
idols. There's something about idols, like someone's stealing idol songs and they have to go investigate that.
It's not even like. Or, yeah, it is. Idol songs. Dang it, I missed that part. It's even worse than I thought. Um,
The great era of idols.
oh god. And we're not even at the main one yet.
Oh, by the way, ding.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going after people who steal songs.
If you like magical girls, I mean, you're crazy.
Go for it. I'm gonna
But
go completely
I'm going in the
instant
opposite
ramen.
direction and
Instant
I'm running
ramen.
away.
I mean, if
It's
this was going in a later direction, people stealing songs. All right, so break into just about every house on Earth because just about everyone has.
NSA. Hold hands up.
Tante Opera Milky Holmes NSA.
Holmes. Just, yeah,
Obviously that's a nod to Sherlock Holmes, but even then.
I'm running in the opposite direction and just going to watch Detective Conan if I ever go through this. And if I, it's the ramen.
Next is the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls, another Idolmaster anime.
Okay, yeah, but it's my gosh, Idolmaster has a huge backing behind it, and I've never played it.
I
Um,
haven't either.
I
For
mean,
me, I'm simply because like I'm not gonna watch this show. I'm really not. But because I know of its popularity and that sort of thing, I'm just gonna say sushi.
I see.
So
Well, okay, there's really good marketing happening with one time with me is that with Love Live, and that was also a school idol anime, and I watched it because I downloaded the mobile game on the App Store, and I like rhythm games a lot, and that made me watch it, and it was okay. I feel awkward every now and then just watching it because they just start bursting out into dances, and even like I don't really like AKB 48 or SKE 48. Those were the big idol groups that really took this off and popularized it like crazy. But I mean, if you like Idol Master, go ahead and watch it. Just in my opinion, I'd be running in the opposite direction, and I give it instant ramen. I don't know what they could do with this.
so next one is Tokyo Ghoul Square A. I am
Uh,
excited for this show.
I
For
kind
the
of
most
lost
part,
interest halfway through it. Like,
I liked the show. There were some things that obviously it had its problems, but when it came to
Parasite's way better.
yeah, I will agree with that. I didn't actually see Parasite, but I heard it was way better, and from what I saw, what little I saw, it was better. But I still thought Tokyo Ghoul was entertaining. The first season was good. The only thing that I thought wasn't really that great about it was it made it seem as though like it went from the ghouls are like kind of organized and they kind of are just kind of there and the police don't like them to like full scale warfare between them and the police. Like it really it escalated at a rate that didn't make sense for this type of thing, especially since they have a second season. Like if they were going to make a second season, then like spread it out a little bit more than what they did, and I think it would have been better.
When did the first season end?
Hmm.
When did the first season end?
It ended in summer.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, American companies do that a lot. Like they just start seasons right after like a winter break or something. South Park doing that.
So it wasn't last season that they had it, but and it was still like I feel like they should have spread out the plot a little bit more.
Oh, that's okay.
That's what I'm
Well,
talking about. I'm not saying spread out the show. I'm saying spread the plot more. So I give it I because I thought it was entertaining and I like the premise of it, and the visuals are cool, except for, and I forgot to mention this. This is probably the worst thing about the show is the censoring. It
oh
was
yeah,
horrible.
freaking Crunchyroll
The
everywhere.
horrible censoring. Not even just Crunchyroll, just in general.
It was like half
Even
the screen was white, and I was like, "What the heck
it
is happening?"
and well, I mean, it wasn't even like that. It was half the screen was black in the stream in the regular version. Like it just was not. You couldn't see half the stuff. Like it sounds bad. It's like, oh, I really want to see these dismembered heads, but at the same time, it's like this type of a show. You're kind of watching it for the horror and the gore,
Well,
and
that reminds me of that one time for Danganronpa. Great game, terrible anime. They tried to censor the blood by actually changing the color of the blood to like purple, I believe.
really,
Yeah,
that's weird.
and well, the game's pretty gruesome. It's pretty much a death game.
Well, yeah,
And but I mean, if they did something like that, I wouldn't mind too much. I know blood is blood, and I mean, if you know the rating and you signed up for certain things, you should be allowed to watch it.
and with this, and they did like with the DVD and Blu-ray release, they did get rid of those censors. I know for a fact.
It's easier to
So,
watch that one than like Dead Man Wonderland uncensored. Oh gosh,
yeah, that one was definitely out there.
that should have been censored.
Yeah. So, I give this one soy sauce and wasabi. Wow, I
I'll give
haven't
it.
given that rating in a while. Um,
I
the
give it like sushi. I mean, I myself didn't like it too much.
I enjoyed it, and it did
It,
have a good
it
opening
it felt
song.
to me like they were
So,
trying too hard.
yeah, I could see where you're coming from that. So, but I think for those who enjoyed it, go watch the second season. If you're interested in it, I recommend going and seeing the first season. It's all out. And then come and watch this one. Next one is Yoru no Yatterman. This one was really hard to find information on. Like Tatsunoko has been around for
Oh,
a
frick,
long time.
Tatsunoko! Wow,
It's a
I just saw
long
that.
time. They're one of the old ones, and they've been out.
Oh, heck, this is one of the granddaddies.
Yeah, they've been doing stuff for decades. They've been around since the '60s. So
I forgot what it was. Gotcha, man.
they got Gotcha Man. They got
Most of you know this probably because of Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
they helped a little bit with Evangelion, which everyone pretty much knows about. They did. I will say they did see the Money of Soul and Possibility Control, which that's
I didn't
one
like
of
that
my
one that
favorite
much.
animes. I really liked that show. It's short, but it was good. And they did some stuff. They did the second season of Psycho Pass, which
Oh, did they really?
yeah,
It's like I know first season of Psycho Pass, but I haven't started the second season yet.
that just is. It's either just finishing up or it's like halfway. It was in
Was it
last
any
season.
good?
I didn't look into it so just yet, just because I haven't. I was gonna. It's one of those ones I'm probably gonna watch because people say it's good, but I haven't heard a general consensus
Was it
from
real?
people.
Did they really do the second season of Psycho Pass? Because I know Production IG is doing the movie.
Yeah, they're doing the second season,
Okay, that's
or they did the second season.
well, I might question what it's going to be about, but you know
Anyway,
what?
Yatterman, the plot, the summary doesn't really tell you a whole lot. I think it's like post-apocalyptic type of thing, or it's like sci-fi-ish type whatever, and there's two groups of people, and honestly that's all I can really tell you. There's not a whole lot else that it kind of goes into. And apparently it's like it from what I can tell, it's like some sort of an anniversary type thing that they're doing. Apparently there was a Yatterman type thing that came out a couple decades ago that they're doing this for, and so it might be like kind of a throwback to that, but at the same time they're making a new show with it. So I honestly can't say much about it, so I'm simply going to say sushi just because it could be good. I mean, obviously, if it was something that was made a long time ago and they're bringing it back, it was something that got a decent review, but at the same time, I don't know much about it, so I can't say it's good or not.
And I'm going with like just from what their like the synopsis says and be about. I'm not like it's a bit kind of cliche, at least from the synopsis. I have no idea, but if it was me, I just wouldn't watch it. So I give it instant ramen. I'm not sure. It's just like mother passes away or the mother is sick. That immediately ticks me off. It's like, okay, so it's kind of cliche. I'm just not gonna watch it. I don't really like remakes too much.
And
Yeah.
see, I'm not even sure if it's a full remake. Like, I'm not even sure it goes that far. Next one is Yuri Kuma Arashi,
Okay, this
and
one's
this is
just
just
really
messed
weird.
up. Basically, there was an incident that happened where a meteorite crashed into the Earth, and then bears started attacking humanity. There was a civil war between humanity and the bears, and it ended up with this
Zangief's gonna
huge.
get on that.
It ended it with a huge wall was put up between humanity and the bears, and then that's the basic background
Oh
of this
gosh, if
show,
this
and
is a
it's about
comedy, it's gonna be awesome.
a girl who lives in this world, and that's about it.
I'm
Like
giving
that's
this one
it.
soy sauce just from the plot and creativity
I'm
to
giving
figure this out.
this. I'm very much giving this instant ramen, just because it
Uh,
looks like I can deal with weird crap, but this is just really weird. Like the
Mega
bears are,
potato man.
like I'm pretty sure the bears are even like humanoid, almost. Like the dark people in the background, I think, are the bears in that picture.
Yeah, they have like paws and stuff.
They have paws, but human bodies and bear ears.
I don't know. I think it
Like
could be like it could be a really funny comedy if they did it right. So I'm going with soy sauce just because of the setup they have.
and that's
Unless
all
they make
the
Kuma jokes all the time, then I'm gonna stab someone.
that's all the anime that are coming out.
Oh, I didn't know we
That's all
were
the new
giving our
ones.
watermelon yet.
You didn't
We
do a
get
watermelon?
I did do a watermelon on this one.
Where do you want it?
Where do I want it? I think I'd give it Death Parade just because
Death
it's
Parade? You want the
yeah.
watermelon at Death Parade? All right. Death Parade is being changed to watermelon for Matt. And so that's all the new shows. Leftovers, the only ones that are kind of notable are Cross Ange Tensi no Rio no Rondo, which is the Sunrise anime from last season.
Oh yeah. Is that any good? Because I didn't even watch that. Like I follow Sunrise pretty closely, but that's the one I kind of just
From
thought,
the
oh
basic things that I've
gosh.
seen people reacting to it with, it was good.
Was it really? Like it's really
Uh,
it's something
don't
Sunrise I don't
don't
see do
take
that often.
don't take my word for it. It's I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you completely if it was good or not. And then Parasite obviously is continuing into this season, and that's just been getting really great reviews from people. The second season of Log Horizon is continuing this season. I've heard it's good. It's a video game-ish anime, so think Sword Art Online almost ish, except I don't think they're like stuck in the game or something to that effect.
I think it's
Either,
just them liking playing the game.
some maybe who knows. Sanzoku no Musume Ronja was that Studio Ghibli show that was coming out last season. That's continuing.
Isn't
I
that
did
was that Miyazaki's last or
Studio Ghibli.
not Studio Ghibli, Miyazaki?
I don't know how much Miyazaki had to do with this, but I mean it's Studio Ghibli, and they always do wonderful animation.
Even though it's sometimes they're like not too good, but
Either
it's
way,
Studio Ghibli. It's like
I didn't hear much about this show. I mean, just looking at it now, a lot of people gave it some very high recommendations, so I don't know how good it is, but I mean, it's a Studio Ghibli show. I mean, how many times do they really do that? So, and then they also, the only other one I was interested in was World Trigger, which got like bad reviews, so don't watch that. And then nothing really in the shorts that are important. The Psychopaths movie is coming out during this season, and by Production IG, and obviously that's going to be super popular. Lots of people have been
I've
kind of
been
building
into.
up
I
hype
like
for that.
movies better than series. Tell you honestly.
And then I believe isn't what's the guy who made Summer Wars and Girl Who Leapt Through Time? What's his name?
Oh, oh shoot, I It's not Makoto Shinkai. That one does the other ones.
Mamoru Hosoda.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like thought I saw something that he's coming out with a new movie soon. Yeah, The Boy and the Beast.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
I don't know when it's coming out, but there've been some rumors going around about that he's coming out with a new movie soon. And I mean, all of his other movies have been fantastic.
Yeah, they've always gotten really good awards and
Like
stuff. Like
I
Wolf
know
Children did
it's
really well.
very much of a stretch, but honestly, there are times when I say that he's going to be the new Miyazaki when it comes to movies because
Yeah, like his stories are really interesting and they're kind of out there. And I really like how his idea of like the internet was on Summer Wars and like Wolf Children. Like they've all been excellent. I don't know if I could like honestly say that he's better than Makoto Shinkai because Makoto Shinkai did Garden of Words and that is one of my favorite all-time movie shorts ever. But and Makoto Shinkai has some of the most beautiful animations. I say he's done better than Studio Ghibli. Like that's how much I respect the guy for what he does. Some of his stories, especially, are a lot more depressing, though. So they're more realistic endings, which I like. But yeah, I say both of those guys are one of they're like
Mhm.
the top movie directors when it comes to anime. I mean, there was the guy who did Tokyo Godfather, but yeah, he's not around anymore, sadly.
So that's the winter season. Most, if not all, by the time that this video comes out, these shows have been licensed by an American company for distribution, and we'll list that at the end of this video as to where they're being shown, whether it be on Crunchyroll or Funimation or something like that. And some of those places you can watch it on for free. Otherwise, you have to get a subscription or whatever. And there's plenty of places around the internet where you can watch it all for free anyway. Uh, so thank you for watching. And Matt, you have anything else you want to say?
Bye bye. Don't watch the
uh,
D anime.
oh my gosh. So you might probably will see more from us coming soon. We'll be back in the spring for the next season. And thanks
Like
so
some
much for
short,
watching.
some game stuff.
Yep, games and stuff. We might do an anime review here or there. Who knows? And we will see you next time.